Hello and welcome to episode 2 of PhoenixTeeVee's ETcast. This episode is a Nationscup special. We'll bring you full updates on the Clanbase's Nationscup competition as well as the highly successful 3-on-3 Nationscup which was brought to us by Homer. We'll also be bringing you the usual updates from the last one with the top team news, scene news and competition updates, as well as the top 10 teams of the month for March and Fragmovie of the month for March. But first up we have scene news. A LAN event known for its Small Con 4 competition has decided to add enemy territory to its list of games, and the next edition will have a 16 competition depending on the sign-ups. Currently sign-ups are oversubscribed with a policy on whoever pays first securing the spot at the event. If you want to attend the event, check the link in the information bar. The Esports Challenge LAN event is now fully booked in enemy territory with all 16 teams having fully paid. It is great for ET to have all positions booked up so quickly. Cord 4 is still waiting on some spots to be filled up, but the event looks solid already and it's very likely being fully booked in all competition within the next month or so. A list of teams is in the link in the info bar. Lineups are yet to be added, but we will have a pre-LAN special edition in a month or so to get you all up to date on the event. It was announced that SGH Game Festival will hope to have enemy territory at the next instalment of the event. The Polish LAN will take place in Warsaw at the end of April. With sign-ups already closed, there are currently 7 teams fully signed up, with 2 teams yet to be paid. For more information on the event, check the link in the information panel. Now on to team news. Anem Linux Nerd Club joins WinFact under controversial circumstances. After previously promising support in the upcoming Esports Challenge LAN to Belgian Fraternity, the org decided to break that promise and take on ALNC instead. This left Belgian Fraternity in a bad position as they were desperate to attend the event but unable to find an organisation in time to sign up. ALNC were unaware of this at the time though. Their lineup is well known and a good group of friends who will compete and challenge for the top 5 places in most competitions they enter. E-Wave have joined Iris organisation Ultraviolet Gaming. It's a great pickup for the org as E-Wave have been one of the most stable teams in enemy territory seen over the last 2 years. The team has changed lineup slightly but still has some very familiar faces in Brandon and Rockstar. Former MVP team has joined up with Next Evolution ESC with some lineup changes, with former Speedlink players Snoop and Gifty joining the team to replace the lesser active Carnage as well as ZMK who was viewed as surplus to requirements within the team. The rivals come in as the Speedlink team falls apart just before the start of the new season. Sleepers, the former team who played for Rage, were let go earlier this month, have joined up with Nordic Esports after the organisation dropped their Polish lineup after just a month's partnership, citing inconsistent lineups and attitude of players to admins and opposition being some of the main problems. The lineup looks a little different for what you would expect from Sleepers. After Belgian Fraternity failed to gain support, Undead and Super joined forces with Lazio, Grim and Eric to make, on paper, a nice up-and-coming team. They will also be taking part at the Esports Challenge event in July, as Nordic had previously paid for a slot at the event. And now on to our coverage of the Nationscup events. Clanbase's Nationscup has been played since the turn of the year as the major teams and events went inactive. The groups played out as most would have expected, with Finland, Netherlands and Poland dominating their respective groups. Into the playoffs of the competition, the tournament progressed into round 2 of the upper bracket, with most people's favourite progressing. But some teams hit snags as Poland beat Team UK and Netherlands losing out to Germany in round 2. Czech Republic bombed out in the first round of the loser bracket to Canada and Estonia lost out to Netherlands in the next round. The United Kingdom took revenge on Poland in the loser bracket quarter-final for a chance to secure a top 3 position after Germany made it into the losers bracket semi-final with a win over Netherlands, but fell short as Germany beat them 4-2 to get into the losers bracket final. Belgium faced a tough challenge in Finland in the winners bracket final, who they lost out to in a 4-2 result. Belgium then had to face Germany in the losers bracket final, and in a thrilling game after Germany drew the match up with 2-2, winning Adelanes with just 5 seconds remaining, Belgium progressed into the grand final after winning the decider map Gold Rush quite convincingly. In a repeat of the winners bracket final, Belgium faced Finland again, with Belgium needing to win 2 games in a row to take home gold. They took the first game 3-1, but fell short and lost the second game 4-0 after Finland picked themselves up. Although most people, including Finland captain and Sam, conceded that perhaps Belgium deserved it more as they performed very well, Finland finished in first place, with Belgium taking home silver, and Germany rounding off the top 3 in third. Links to information on the Nationscup on Clanbase and Crossfire can be found in the information panel, as well as a top moments video from us here at PhoenixTeeVee, with moments from the losers bracket semi-final, losers bracket final and the grand final itself. Also in the last few months, as well as a Clanbase Nationscup, there was also a 3-on-3 Nationscup organised by Polish community member Homer. He has pretty much single-handedly put the competition together, involving multiple teams from many nations, with top players from numerous Eurocup teams. The grand final was played out between one of the team entries from Netherlands and Germany. Team Germany needed to win twice and managed to force a second grand final after an initial 3-1 win. Sadly, the second game was delayed for a little while, but was eventually won by the Netherlands in a 3-1 victory. The final standings in the competition see Team Estonia coming in third place, with Team Germany coming in second and Team NL taking home gold. This is sadly the last cup that Homer plans to organise after he has lost his passion to do these competitions at the moment. Hopefully in the future he gets it back and we see more tournaments from him. All links to information about both the Nations Cups can be found in the information panel. Now on to competition updates. YCN announced their YCN Spring Challenge in March and the competition has progressed into the playoffs. We bring you full coverage of the competition in the next edition of ETcast, but if you want to find out what's going on currently, check the link in the information panel. Frostbite Sunday took place in early April, with Queens running out eventual winners beating Team Dignitas in the grand final. The cup itself was done to test out some minor changes to Frostbite which would maybe change people's views and improve the map for 5-on-5 competition matches. There will hopefully be an article regarding the results of the Frostbite changes after we sent some questions to some of the teams and players competing in the cup. In the first of two tournaments brought to us by Team Deserto, the Nations Voice Cup was played out on April 11th, with Team Dignitas winning the tournament, beating Team Winfact in the grand final just 24 hours after losing out to Queens in the Frostbite Sunday grand final. Team Dignitas brought us yet another high-skilled one-day cup in the last month. The competition had a best-of-1 playoff until the semi-finals, where it went to best-of-3. TLR took home the prize after beating Next Evolution in the grand final. Overload and Nordic failed to play a third-place game, so shared third and fourth positions. The other tournament from Team Deserto after the success of their first competition, Nations Voice Cup, is the ET Extreme Cup. Team Dignitas eventually won the competition, with Nordic Esports coming in second after a great victory in the semi-final against the highly skilled Team Queens. I don't think it will be too long for another tournament from Team Deserto after the success they have had with their first couple of competitions. All information on all these tournaments can be found in the information panel below this video. The latest edition of Cast Top10 was released last month with the top 10 teams of March 2011, and the former Nordic lineup, now known as To Make Odds Even, keep their number one slot, closely followed by Queens, and completing off the top 3 is Turbot. A full rundown of lineups, games and results can be found at the link on the information panel. This month's movie of the month is Fanatic the Movie by Griziak, starring Polish player Fanatic. The movie has some nice aiming moments and gives us an insight into the rise to fame for the Polish player and his team. Here's a quick preview of the movie. I was raised in the city. I would not lose. Look, I was raised in a city with no heart, where there's no heart. Stepping when it comes to getting that big far. I'm a hustler, I'm a hustler. Raised on a battlefield, born as a sufferer. Before I had a deal, I was still stacking bills. Get punks, sell food to the customers. That's it for episode 2. The next episode will be covering the entire Euro Cup group stage as well as the end of the YCN Spring Challenge. We will of course be bringing you updates on the top scene and team news, as well as April's top 10 teams of the month and Fragmovie of the month. Thanks for tuning in and keep on fragging.